Hey everyone, welcome back to Attack on TCG. Fluff here. We're playing with more balls today. I've got the Dende Yellow Namekian deck, and I gotta tell you, I wasn't super excited about this deck, but we're gonna give it a go. I think I broke Bancroft. Um, yeah, so we've got the Yellow Namekian Dende deck from Themed Booster 3, Clash of Fates. I wasn't super about this deck. I built it just to have something to show you guys. A friend of mine was really interested in this. And initially we tried it as yellow-green. Didn't like it as much, so we took it back to mono-yellow. It has its issues, but I generally like the way that the deck plays. It's pretty smooth. It's got some neat little combos in it. Let's have a look at the leader. The leader is like the past Shenron leaders that we had. Activate main, burst 2. So you do have to take the top 2 cards of your deck, put them in the drop area. You switch this card to rest mode. Find 2 of your balls from your life or deck and add them to hand. And then once you have 7, you can wish, whereas before you got to grab desire cards. This lets you add a Namekian from your drop area to your hand. So I've had a few times where this didn't really matter as much because you can waken on turn 2 pretty easily with this deck, and where you might not have a Namekian there. But the backside is totally worth getting to because it's kind of got the best of both worlds in a Hannah Montana kind of sense for the Dragon Ball TCG. Activate main, choose 1, draw 1 card, choose one yellow desire card in your hand with an energy cost less than or equal to your current energy and activate its main skill. So we do play 2 different yellow desire cards in this deck. And then the third effect is remove 7 balls from your drop area. Remove them from the game. If you do, all of your yellow Namekian cards and yellow Namekian leader cards get 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. Then you flip this guy back over. More interestingly, this guy can attack once he's awakened, unlike the old Shenron card and the Purunga leader and the upcoming Super Dragon leader. This guy can attack on his wished side. So no attacks on the Dende side, but Piccolo, brimming with confidence, can attack just as well as any other leader before him. He doesn't get a draw when he attacks, but he does get a myriad of different effects that you can use before you attack or after you attack. So that's the leader that we're playing with. I do like this leader. I don't think it's the best leader out there, but it is fun to play with because you kind of get the best of everything with this guy. So moving on with the cards of the deck, we do run 4 of Little Green Wishmaster Dende here. 1 drop Dragon Ball Searcher. So play this card, choose 1 Dragon Ball from your deck and add it to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Activate main. Choose 1 Namekian card in your battle area. Place this card under the battle card and it gains 5,000 for the turn. That's kind of what these guys do. They lay under one another and give themselves extra power. This is a really perverse deck in my opinion. I don't know. Balls and laying under each other. But we play 4 of those. It's kind of a key card of the deck. So we do use those. Next, we run Nail, the Pride of Namek. Those are also another 1 drop. This guy's pretty cool. It's a lot like the Freehan or the Double Shot Vegeta. You combo with it and you play it in rest mode for a burst 2. So 2 from the top of your deck to your drop area to do that. And then activate main. You choose 1 Namekian card in your battle area. Place this card under the chosen battle card and it gains 5,000. So just like the Dende, place it under a card, it gets 5,000 for the turn. So those are kind of our 2 battle boosters. They help get us 2 battle costs or, attack powers that we need to get over certain things on the field, and just makes things harder for your opponent to combo with while not really losing a lot for it on our end. And then next we play 4 of the Namekian Solidarity Piccolo. This guy's pretty neat. When you play this card, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 Namekian card in your battle area and up to 3 Namekian cards in your drop area. Place the chosen cards from your drop area under the chosen card in your battle area. So there's a lot of numbers and a lot of designations there. Basically, you choose one other Namekian on your field and add up to 3 Namekians from your drop area under it. So that will affect some of the higher end cards in the game, or in this deck specifically. So this isn't something that we want to go with early. This is something that we're going to reserve in our hands for mid to late game to get effects that maybe we normally wouldn't have gotten. So we do run these, plus they're 10,000 swingers. They're not too bad. They add a little bit of pressure on your opponent if you have to use it. And then we've got 4 of the Piccolo Potential Unleashed. So this guy's also pretty cool. This is probably my favorite card in the deck. I think this is what makes the deck half viable. So Union Absorbs costs 2 yellow and 1 colorless. Choose 1 nail card from your hand or drop area. Place it under this card. If your leader card is a Shenron card and your leader has 4 or more, or your opponent has 4 or more cards in rest mode, so that could be battle, energy, or leader cards. Choose up to 1 yellow Namekian card with an energy cost of 4 from your deck or drop area and play it on top of this card, then shuffle your deck if you look through it. So this is really going to get us to some of our late game cards, our mid-late game cards. Also set up their effects by placing them on top of this card while also having another card under this, I believe. Yeah, because you're putting a nail under this plus this. So that's already 2 cards under one of the cards that you're grabbing, which we will look at next. Oh, and also you can swing with him, then use his Union Absorb and restand him when he is absorbed and comes back. So you can swing, Union Absorb, and then swing with the new card. Then we've got Life or Death Nail. I'm really torn between wanting to run these at 3 or 4. They are 4 costs, but they are played via the Piccolo Potential Unleashed. Or you can evolve it straight from a nail card. If there are 2 or more Namekian cards under this card, it gains Barrier and Double Strike, which is pretty potent in and of itself. And then Sparkling 5, when you play this card, you may choose 1 card from your life and add it to your hand. If you do so, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring Barrier, and switch it to rest mode. This is awesome if they've got a blocker or something that you don't want them to be able to combo with. Maybe they've played a super combo, or they've got a Shenron in attack mode that you want to run over with this card. So I do like this card. I love the versatility. I love what he can do. Plus he's double strike with Barrier. He's got 20,000 power himself, so he's a lot to deal with if your opponent's not ready for it. I kind of want to bump these up to 4 just because of how easy they are to play, and the ability to put a card into rest mode is always a good effect. Next, and kind of what I consider the brother to that card, is the Piccolo Fused with Nail card. So this was kind of one of the big cards that came out of this set. Double Strike, activate main. Once per turn, choose 1. This card gains 3,000 power for the duration of the turn for each Namekian card under this card. Or, if there are 3 or more Namekian cards under this card gains Barrier until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then you choose 1 of their energy cards, switch it to rest mode, and that card cannot be switched back until the end of your opponent's next turn. So if they've got 1 energy to defend themselves with, use this, tap their energy. They can no longer defend with it unless they're going to pay from life. And they don't get that to extend their plays for the next turn. But his first effect, if you play him with the Piccolo Potential Unleashed, he's automatically going to get an additional 6,000. If you put a Dende under him, that's going to boost that up to 14,000. So it's just, or by 14,000, so 34. So he can get rather large rather quickly. But I want to play these at 4, but I have a problem with these cards in general and the nail that I just spoke about, and I'll get to that at the end of the video. But I do like what they're going for here. I just feel like the deck really needed something to push it for the win as a follow-up to these. But I'll get into that. I really think there should be a Piccolo Fused with Kami card that comes out later that plays with those. Because I think that would be an amazing, 6 or 7 drop card that might be a winner. For our super combos, we play the Divine Cry Beerus as opposed to the 3-drop Guru. Sparkling 5 lets us draw a card. This card bursts. It's really easy to get 5 cards in the drop area. Plus, he gets an auto 10,000 combo if for whatever reason you have to do it on turn 1 or 2 before your Sparkling is up to get your draw. So Beerus was just a little bit better in this deck than the Guru that came out of Themed Booster 5. Moving into extra cards, this is a Dragon Ball deck, so no Dragon Ball deck would be complete without a full set of Dragon Balls here. So we play 7 of the Purunga's Dragon Ball. There's no real need for a 1-star ball in this deck or a 2-star ball. It's possible that we could play the 4-star ball when it comes out later, or the Super Dragon Balls when they come out. But for now, we'll just run these. You could run these or the normal Dragon Balls. I just like the art on these. They're really pretty. I really like those. So we run 7 of those. Then one of the new tech things for the Yellow Namekians that give them a lot of versatility is Assimilate. With Assimilate, you're pretty much guaranteed to find any of the low-cost Namekians that you need. If you need a nail, you can find a nail. If you need a Dende, you can find a Dende. It doesn't matter. This is pretty much the successor of Hope that Legacy had. It's a 0-cost searcher deck for 1 Yellow Namekian with an energy cost of 2 or less. There's no reason not to play it. It's almost always good getting a card into your hand. I almost wish that this grabbed from the drop area as well, but we have something in here that handles that job. So Assimilate, you don't have to do that, but you can grab from the deck with this, which is absolutely amazing. As kind of a tech choice, I do run 3 personal ambitions. The ability to use this card to draw a card and retap a card. It's basically a free draw at the end of the day, or a play extender when used with the leader's second effect. So I do run these. 4 felt a little cloggy considering what the other Desire card in the deck is, but I do really like this card, and I might take them out if I can find like a good finishing strategy for this deck. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Next for defense, we do run 2 Flying Nimbus. So this is just to protect us against swarm decks or something that might go wild on us. I might bump this number up to 3 if I drop the personal ambitions, but I do like these at 2. They have a tendency to clog your hand, especially when our other negate actually complements this deck and helps it accomplish what it's meant to do. And speaking of, we do run 4 of Time Magic. Time Magic was one of the negates that we got out of, what was it, Miraculous Revival? Set 5? Yeah. Counterattack, if your leader is yellow, negate the attack, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards. Ignoring barriers, switch it to rest mode until the start of your next turn. So your opponent actually can't restand a card after Time Magic has switched it. You can also pay this by using your life once you hit Sparkling 5. This is amazing for getting past barrier cards and making your opponent kind of waste their resources getting through these and wasting cards that are now in rest mode. Last card of the deck is the other Desire card. I'm sure you've already guessed it at this point, but it is a full set of Twin Revival, the new Desire card that we got out of Clash of Fates. It's a 3-cost. If your leader is a yellow Shenron, which we're playing, choose 2 of your yellow Namekian cards with an energy cost of 2 or less in your drop area and play them. So if you've bursted a couple Namekians in, or if one of your Namekians that had a bunch of cards under it gets destroyed, Twin Revival with the leader's second ability free plays 2 of those, which will set up other plays or extensions of plays or get you into your 4 pieces later. That's my 50 cards. Like I said, kind of one of the things that I really like to do is analyze a deck and how it can be better. I'm looking for a win strategy in this deck. The deck swarms a lot. The deck puts a lot of pressure on, but it doesn't have that in-game oomph. Like Gogeta has the Gogeta. GT has Triple Flash. Legacy has Height of Mastery. Janemba has the Mill effect. Swap had the Swarm with Goten and Bardock. This deck really needs a way to drive the win home before your opponent's strategy gets off. So if you guys have any suggestions, I tried splashing in the green and it just got too weird with trying to balance the green with the yellow with the Shenron aspect. Maybe if we dropped the Shenron aspect and threw in the green, we could throw in Planet Namek. But Planet Namek is really resource intensive and I don't love that card. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions or have any profiles that you'd like to see, let us know in the comments below. If you'd like to see a change in the way that we're doing our videos, please let us know. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure to send us some love. Look forward to some contests coming soon. I've got a couple ideas for a few contests. I think I want to give away a couple boxes of the next set. So box 6 or set 6, I want to give away a couple boxes, so make sure you guys are subscribing and staying tuned for more details for that. If you like D&D, make sure to check out our Wasted 20s campaign, which airs every Wednesday. I'm absolutely in love with that campaign and I love playing it. I love DMing it, but I also love Dragon Ball, so I want to do a lot with this channel. I want this channel to do well. Please show us some love and I'll see you guys next time.